Okay, in this one I have a react to contact drill. This is also from TC 31-29. Special Forces Operational Techniques. This is from the Immediate Actions Drill Appendix that is in the back. We have react to enemy aircraft. I'm also going to put in here some stuff that I've been told over the years by people that were SOPs in their unit. So we have our element here. We got 5 personnel. We're moving in a wedge to try to minimize our casualties. Someone hears or sees an aircraft. The first thing that they do is call freeze. Everyone stops. The aircraft will more easily see movement than you just standing there, especially if it is a fast mover, a fixed wing aircraft. Now, once the aircraft passes out of the way, you no longer see it, you no longer hear it, it's not even looking in your direction anymore, then you continue moving. Now, something that I was told for helicopters, SOP for the 82nd Airborne. They're moving through the woods. Helicopter comes in. If they're in the woods, they hug a tree, literally, and put that tree between them and the aircraft. If the aircraft sees them and continues searching the area, they keep rotating themselves around the tree, keeping that tree between them and the enemy aircraft. So you're going to want, pretty good mass. You're not going to want no little itty bitty tree. It looks funny, sounds funny, but it's giving you concealment and it'll keep you alive. The bigger tree that you're hugging will also give you some cover too, in case a gunner on that helicopter decides to open up. He knows that the enemy's down there, doesn't know exactly where. He decides to fire off a string to see if anyone shoots back, anyone starts running. Will those rounds start impacting your tree? Yeah, you're going to want as big a tree as possible that you're behind. Now, in TC 31-29, it stated that if you get attacked, and it primarily went by fixed wing aircraft, consideration for fixed wing aircraft, think of A-10 Warthog, the Su-25, the Sukhoi, and the other variations of fixed wing aircraft out there, especially ground attack aircraft like the 2 that I mentioned. They see you. They start coming in for an attack run. You didn't hear them approaching. They said in the manual, first freeze, unless you hear them start shooting at you, drop to the ground. And then put yourself perpendicular to the enemy aircraft. So this person here drops to the ground. So the enemy's fire will be going that direction. Minimize the amount of your body that's exposed to the aircraft's fire, because it's possible his rounds are going to come in. One's going to land short of you, one's going to land after you. And then keep going. If you do get hit, you're only going to get hit once. You're not going to get hit 2-3 times. Where if you're laying on the ground like this, he starts shooting, well, you could get one down here, one here, one here, one here, and your head's blown apart. Depending on the speed of the aircraft and the speed of the weapon. Now, if there's more than one aircraft, or he comes back for a round for more passes, the immediate action drill employed by Special Forces is to spread out. Before that next aircraft comes in to do its run, you start spreading out. So this guy's moving off this way, this one's moving off this way, this one's moving off this way, he's moving off this way, he's moving off this way. You're opening up your formation, and just like before, when those rounds start hitting the ground, hit the ground, put yourself perpendicular to the enemy's fire. So hopefully you land between the impacts. get to an IV line, get to some type of cover, rally in there as best as possible. Don't close in too much because he could end up dropping something on there, could end up firing in a couple rockets. Get into that cover and then change direction. Instead of moving this direction, you get to the cover. Let's say cover's up here. You get into there and then you start running that direction, the direction that the aircraft came from. Make sure you got everyone with you, at least everyone that you know is all right, knows alive, and you start running the distance. Say give yourself 200, 300, maybe 500 meters, whatever the immediate action drill will be for your unit. After the aircraft leaves the area, do a head count. Make sure you got everyone. Everyone's accounted for. You're missing anyone. Backtrack the route you came and make sure to check where you were on the field. That person or persons you're missing may be laying out there. And if they are, there's probably not much you can do. Evac the body, get them buried. If they're wounded, provide first aid. Hopefully you have a higher medical, get them to that higher medical for care. Now for drones, your guess is as good as mine because drones linger longer. This is a react to contact drill for enemy aircraft, primarily fixed wing, but as I included in there, rotary wing also, which is your helicopters. If any of you have a variation on this, go ahead, put it in the comments. The more ways that we can do these types of drills, the more ways all of us can practice. It makes it harder for the enemy to anticipate what we're going to do then. Now, for all my engineer brothers and the Patriot Militia movements, always remember, essay ons.